A mess that ruined my home. In Umuoka village, the mornings arrived with the scent of moist earth and the cries of market women laying out their wares on raffia mats. Smoke curled from kitchen fires. Chickens strutted about, pecking for scattered maize. Agbonma watched it all from her doorstep, pressing her palm against the small curve of her belly. After 11 long years of empty waiting, of herbs, of prayers, of hushed tears behind the compound, she was finally pregnant. Okai Kimela. She was 32 now, and her husband Chaka had nearly given up. Their marriage had been threatened by gossip, his mother's cruel suggestions that he should take a second wife. But Chaka had refused. Now there was hope. A day joy that has wiped out 11 years of sorrow. Let me go and tell Epheni, she said one bright morning. Epheni was her mother's sister's son, older by a few years. They had grown up playing together in the village square. He had moved to the next town, built his house there, but they were still family. He was the closest thing she had to an older brother. Yes, that closeness can only be felt with humor. Eziokwu. Chaka hesitated. Will you manage the road? Agbonma waved him off, beaming. It's only a few hours. I'll rest plenty. He will be so happy for me. She packed palm oil, garden eggs, a small jar of honey, gifts for him. The road was bumpy, lined with thick green bush, but she made it by dusk. With the joy in her heart, she never felt the bumpy roads. Epheni welcomed her with loud laughter, slapping her back too hard. Ah, Agbonma, the wife of Chaka, you have finally remembered me. The happiness can be felt and seen even by blinds around then at this moment. He screamed Chukwu Okaikimela. When she told him the news, he shouted and called for drinks. He slaughtered a chicken, roasted yam. She felt light with relief. He gave her a room to sleep in. The night was warm with the smell of rain-soaked soil, and her eyes drooped. But sometime in the dark hours, she woke to weight on her chest, breath hot with alcohol, and a voice in her ear. I have always loved you, Agbonma. She struggled. She begged. He would not let go. Oh, the worst is about to happen. How did I found myself here? Agbonma screamed for help, but remember it was raining. She felt him tear at her wrapper, heard herself sob, felt a terrible wrongness. The old mattress stank of sweat and dust. She fought, scratching at his arms. But he was stronger. When he was done, he rolled off, breathing heavily, mumbling something about forgiving him. She curled up on the edge of the bed, shaking. In the morning, he was gone to the farm before she could confront him. She fled, barely able to tie her wrapper properly. The walk back was endless. She felt pain in her belly, hot and sharp. She refused to look at the villagers who asked why she was leaving so early. Only if they could see her heavy heart. Oh, what a mess. When she got home, Chaka rushed out to help her with her bundle. He took one look at her face and dropped it. Agbonma, what happened? Chaka asked why staring at her. But she collapsed onto the ground before she could answer, clutching her stomach, wailing. Blood soaked her wrapper. Neighbors gathered. Old Mema Ezi, the village midwife, pushed through and dropped to her knees. Clear space. Give her air. They carried Agbonma into the house. Mema Ezi's face was grave. She knows the worst is about to happen. The laughter was about to be eliminated again, crying face. By the time night fell, the blood had stopped, but so had the life inside her. It was the longest day, because she lost her twins. What a pity. She lay unmoving on the mat while Chaka sat in the corner, head in his hands, silent. When she finally spoke, her voice was hoarse. I have lost it. Chaka didn't answer. I went to tell him, to celebrate. She broke off, sobbing so hard her body shook. Chaka looked up slowly. His eyes were red. Who? Epheni, she whispered. His face hardened. He did this. She nodded once. He stood, grabbed his machete, and left the house. Agbonma screamed for him to stop. She struggled to her feet, but Mama Ezi held her down. Don't kill yourself too, girl. Let him go. Outside, neighbors tried to hold Chaka back. He fought them off. But word reached Epheni's compound before he did. Epheni locked himself inside and shouted that he would not come out. He lies. She wanted it. Epheni yelled through the door. Why would I force my own sister? Here comes the blame. The village buzzed with gossip. Agbonma heard it all. That she was too forward. That she went to his house alone. That she must have seduced him. They casted the stone even before hearing from her. She stayed inside for days. Mima Ezi brought her bitter herbs to cleanse her womb, but the old woman's mouth was set in a thin line. You should not have gone alone, she said finally, not unkindly. Agbonma swallowed the herbs with shaking hands. Chaka returned that night covered in dust, machete rust-stained. He dropped it on the floor. They would not let me kill him, he said. She said nothing. He lay down beside her but did not touch her. The days became long and colorless. Neighbors whispered when they fetched water. Children were told not to visit their compound. Mima Ezi came to speak to them. You must decide what to do. People will not forget. He will not confess. He is family, but what he did is abomination. Chaka looked at the floor. Agbonma held her belly that was now only emptiness. Send me away if you want, she said quietly. Chaka's head snapped up. Don't say that. I'm ruined, she said. You should take another wife. Not sure I stand another chance to be called your only wife. I will not. His voice cracked. They sat in silence. A village meeting was called. Epheni arrived late, wearing clean clothes, acting offended. A life of a good manipulator. I don't know why I am being accused. She is my sister. Who said she is not your sister? The elders listened, faces grave. What a pity. Agbonma spoke in a whisper. She described what happened. Epheni interrupted her, shouting that she was lying. She wants to destroy me. She's barren and mad from grief. At that word, Cheka surged forward, but men grabbed him. They would have allowed him to deal with the manipulator. The elders muttered among themselves. It is a grave accusation, said the oldest. But there is no witness. So he will go free? Cheka spat. What do you want us to do? The elder asked. Banish him. Another elder shook his head. We cannot banish a man on one word alone. Agbonma stared at them all, cold and numb. That night she packed her wrapper. Cheka tried to stop her. I can't stay here, she said. Where will you go? Anywhere they don't know me. He wept then, clutching her hands. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you. She pulled away gently. I lost our child. It wasn't your fault. She shook her head, tears falling. It's a mess. It ruined our home. He couldn't answer. She left at dawn, the road swallowing her steps. Behind her, the village woke slowly. Smoke curled up. Chickens clucked. Life went on, uncaring. But inside one compound, a man wept for his wife, and for a future lost.